Hi guys, good morning to everyone. I'm Dr. T. Radhashi, Assistant Professor in Department of Commerce. Today we are going to say about the preparation of balance sheet at the end in the functional accounting in a non-profit organization. Let me say about that. And before class we have say about the non-profit organization and the types, how they are handling, how they are doing. In the accounts thing we have seen about the non-profit organization, how they are giving a balance sheet in the final. This is the main thing. It is a profit is not an important thing for the non-profit organization, but also we want to maintain a proper account, how the organization is properly maintaining a record keeping, the book way of book matters and the accounts way, how they are keeping a record in a proper way. So balance sheet is very important in a non-profit organization. In the year end we have seen about how they are preparing the financial portion. They want to know what the trust they are giving up amount, what the person it has been going to way of their proper publication stage. The usual at the end, the accounting year, it is showing same process by the list of the asset. What are the items they had been added in the final. The liabilities, what are the importance roles they want to are responsible by handling the liabilities. It is the same way the balance sheet, how they are doing a trade matters and the profit and showing manners and the manufacturing ways. The proper way of balance sheet is to be handled. In this way, the balance sheet is showing the financial conditions of the organization. It is as a non-profit is a not important for the profit making, but also they want to give a profit by giving the amount, how they are handling and how they are giving. This is a proper way of things. This way the society is taking a places. It should be handed over to the government by the proper way of trust. It can be makeable of the positioning conditions. In this way, the next we have seen about the organization, the asset and liabilities is the capital funds, how they are gaining. The asset we are seeing the cash, inventories and the properties. The liabilities want to give a proper way of the responsible by giving a non-profit organization. They want to give a rent, wages, utilizing of the properties, how they are taking a tax, loans and the proper way of communication. They also want to pay the proper business, how they are moving. The non-profit organization also same process, how they are handling. And plus we want to have the equity shareholders ratios also. In the non-profit organization also we can able to give the shares by the public to be handling in the surplus of the deficits. We can say the surplus is the surplus of amount we can near to be converted. In the deficit it is a problem by summing the amount is given to the particular person it can be not reachable. After this the income and expenditure can be handled. The same process, the income is we can be treated as a asset. In the expenditure, we can be treated as a expense. How the expense is going outside of the business. The same way of the final accounts is are be treated as the non-profit organization as the same matters. The next, how a balance sheet is a stage of the balancing by giving the asset liabilities equities. It should be added liabilities by the outstanding expenses of the income received in advance of the loans. The surplus we can be say of the income expenditures. If we want to less the deficit, if any matters or any amount should be converted by the giving proper manners of the surplus. It should be start by the opening capitals funds. The equity shares can be taking a range how they to be handled for the proper particular people. They want to show their records maintaining by the proper way. It is a small amount or a large amount. The smaller amount also the day-to-day expenses what they are doing in a proper way. They want to hand over to their particular reasons and the amount to be hand over to their per persons. The same things as a journals we can be shown the day-to-day transactions, what they are doing and what they are giving expenses and what they are purchasing, what they are selling, what are the expenses are coming inside, what are the sales or there something going out from the business of the transactions. They want to show the day-to-day transaction by the process of the journals. It is converted by the journal by ledgers. In the same, of course, we have to maintain in a non-profit organization also. The next we have seen about the mind map. Already we have shown the mind map, the asset and liabilities, how they are handling by the surplus waste. The process of the mind map also we can be provide a service by giving a donation of the non-profit subscriptions and the surplus used by the welfare purpose. And any can be giving a free fees of the maintenance of the trustees. It can be handled the voluntary distribution for the equal of people what they want to need in the non-profit organization. It is can be divided by the equally. It is the maintaining of the balance sheet at the end of the non-profit organization. Thank you for the listening the balance sheet of the non-profit organization.